Life can often feel like a roller coaster ride we're strapped into against our will. One day brings happiness and progress. The next, pain, failure, or anxiety. High highs followed by low lows. How do we find steadiness amidst the chaos? How do we not become emotionally battered by the track's twists and turns? Over 2,000 years ago, a school of philosophers pondered these same questions. They lived during times of great turmoil, crushing regimes, constant war, rampant disease. Yet they managed to maintain inner tranquility even as the world collapsed around them. Their secret: a profound philosophy that equipped them to navigate life's jagged ups and downs with resilience. They were the Stoics, and their wisdom has never been more relevant. In this video, we will explore the core principles that guided these ancient sages, teachings that empowered them to thrive amidst trials that would break most of us. We'll learn how applying Stoic practices to your own life allows you to glide over the steepest drops, fastest turns, and wildest corkscrews. How you too can live with grace no matter what curveball life throws your way. Number 1. Welcome adversity as a chance to test your character and principles. Life will inevitably bring difficulties and adversities. Perhaps you lose a job or a relationship ends. Maybe you face health issues or financial struggles. These challenges can feel crushing in the moment. However, the Stoic philosophers encourage us to view adversity as an opportunity, a chance to test our character and act in alignment with our deepest values. When faced with hardship, summon the courage to meet it head-on. Avoid succumbing to fear or despair. Instead, focus on the things within your control. Respond thoughtfully and virtuously. Search for meaning and growth in the experience. Adversity reveals who we truly are at our core. Will you crumble under the weight or rise up with resilience? Each challenge presents a choice: to evolve into the best version of ourselves or regress into weakness. The Stoics found that welcoming adversity reduced anxiety and cultivated inner tranquility. Amor fati, love your fate. Embrace the ups and downs of life as necessary to mold you into the person you wish to become. With practice, you'll learn to greet every obstacle as a teacher rather than an enemy. Difficulties will strengthen your principles instead of shaking them. You'll discover power and purpose in the struggle. Adversity sheds light on what we stand for and who we want to be. Allow it to refine your character and affirm your values. Meet each test with courage, dignity, and wisdom. Number 2. Desire nothing too strongly. It's human nature to want things: a new car, a relationship, fame and fortune. However, the Stoics warn about becoming too attached to external desires. When we cling too tightly to things, we give them power over our happiness and peace of mind. If they are threatened, so is our emotional stability. Practice tempering your desires so you maintain equanimity if they go unfulfilled. Be ambitious and pursue your goals passionately, but hold them all loosely, ready to let go if necessary. Do not tie your contentment to any one person, job, or possession. True fulfillment comes from within. Detachment allows us to enjoy the good things in life without clinging to them. We appreciate their presence, but accept their impermanence. Even the best of circumstances can change in an instant. Do not become so invested that losing something shatters you. Aim to live freely, unencumbered by insatiable desires and unrealistic expectations. Do what you can to achieve what you want, but make inner tranquility your highest priority. Accept that external things are fleeting and largely beyond your control. Your principles are far more constant than possessions. By mastering desire, you master your mind. With discipline, you can find freedom and serenity. Number 3. Manage expectations of the future. It's easy to fixate on the future, a promotion you want, plans for retirement, dreams of starting a family. However, the Stoics advise living in the present moment as much as possible. The past is gone and the future uncertain, but right now is always within your control. To stay grounded in the present, actively manage your expectations of the future. Aim high but acknowledge everything could change in an instant. Vividly imagine worst-case scenarios, from missed opportunities to serious illness. Confront the realities head-on instead of pretending they can't happen to you. This mental exercise highlights the fragility of the future. Visualizing potential pitfalls may seem morbid, but has an uplifting effect. It helps you appreciate the blessings you have now. Cherish your health before it declines, your loved ones before they leave, your ambitions before they slip away. By confronting your mortality, you tap into the preciousness of being alive. Each moment becomes infused with poignancy and meaning. Let go of constant hoping and planning for tomorrow. Make the most of the time given to you. Be ambitious yet open-minded. Savor the gifts of today while working diligently for the future. A balanced perspective enables you to weather life's ups and downs with equanimity. Live purposefully now, come what may tomorrow. Number 4. Reflect often on the transience of all things. The Stoics encourage regularly reflecting on the temporary nature of existence. Contemplate how all things eventually fade: youth, health, jobs, relationships. Even civilizations and natural wonders erode over time. One day the sun will burn out and our planet will be gone. No matter your age or health, death awaits us all. Your time on earth is limited. Maintaining an awareness of this mortality can infuse your life with focus and urgency. Imagine this is your last day alive. How would you spend it? Cherish your loved ones, pursue meaningful goals, contemplate your purpose. Live each moment with intentionality. Do not allow the inevitability of death to breed despair. Instead, let it inspire appreciation for the remarkable fact that you are here at all. Against astronomical odds, you were born into this vast universe. Like a guest at a grand banquet, savor each ephemeral delight. Tell others you love them. Gaze in awe at stars. Lend a hand to those in need. Revel in the privilege of existence. With perseverance and wisdom, you can overcome the transience of all things. Your body ages, but your soul does not. Though your time is limited, you choose how to spend it. Pour your fleeting days into exemplifying virtue, cultivating community, and leaving a legacy. When death finally calls, you can rest easy, having made the absolute most of this precious life. Number 5. Be kind to others. Extend kindness and empathy freely. Offer encouragement to those who are struggling. Lend a hand to those in need. Share wisdom and resources to help smooth the rocky road for your fellow passengers. Even small acts of goodness can lift someone's spirits or help them through a difficult stretch. Hold the door for someone with their arms full. Listen patiently when a friend is despondent. Send a thoughtful note to someone feeling alone. In this vast, mysterious universe, we are fortunate to share this journey with others. Appreciate both the similarities and differences among your fellow passengers. From the most joyous soul to the most downtrodden, we all experience hardship as we navigate the twists and turns of life. Compassion and goodwill cost nothing but are invaluable. How you treat others reflects on the kind of traveler you are. Self-absorption leads to a bumpy, lonely ride, but kindness paves the way for a journey filled with friendship and meaning. As the Roman philosopher Seneca said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Remember, we are all in this together. Number 6. Master your emotions. When overwhelmed by anger, fear, excitement, or grief, we become vulnerable to overreacting and making poor choices. Therefore, they emphasized mastery of the mind. Be aware of your emotional state, moment to moment. When strong feelings arise, pause before responding. Take deep breaths. Retreat into stillness and solitude until the intensity passes. Ask yourself, is this emotion exaggerating the situation? Am I still able to think rationally while experiencing it? Especially avoid making any major decisions when in the throes of passion. Give yourself time to process the emotion and view things objectively. Consult trusted advisors who can offer level-headed guidance. With practice, you can catch yourself in real time when irrational thinking sets in. Notice agitation or panic rising, then intervene with logic and perspective. This self-discipline prevents you from acting rashly. You become the master of your emotions rather than their slave. Calmness of mind allows us to respond thoughtfully to life's ups and downs. We gain the space to consider situations from multiple angles and make the wisest choice. Emotions will come and go, but your essential self remains unchanged. Remember this still center when the storms of passion strike. With serenity, you can weather anything. Number 7. Maintain equanimity in success and failure, pleasure and pain. Life inevitably serves up a mixture of joys and sorrows. One day brings progress toward your goals. The next may bring a demoralizing setback. How can we avoid being tossed about emotionally like a small boat on the waves? The Stoics advise cultivating deep equanimity that remains steady throughout the fluctuations of fortune. Do not allow temporary success to make you smug or complacent. Likewise, let transient troubles neither depress nor anger you. View experiences as impartially as possible without exaggerating their emotional impact. Train yourself mentally to navigate the extremes of life. Imagine scenarios of failure and misfortune, bankruptcy, betrayal, chronic illness. Mentally walk through your responses. The more prepared you are, the less shocked you'll be if difficulties come. Also, temper your delight in pleasure and worldly success. Enjoy rewards when they arise, but maintain awareness of their impermanence. Do not cling to things that may soon disappear. With practice, you can develop an inner citadel of tranquil strength no hardship can shake. Temporary troubles will not induce panic or despair, nor will brief blessings overly elevate you. You simply adjust and endure. Equanimity and resilience allow you to meet each moment with wisdom. Though the sea may churn, you remain steady at the helm. Number 8. Choose your company well. The people we surround ourselves with inevitably shape who we become. Their priorities, habits, and values rub off on us, for better or worse. As Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Seek friends and mentors who exemplify the virtues you admire most. Fill your life with those who uplift you, not drain you. Those who share your aspirations, not undermine them. People of honor, wisdom, and generosity. Let go of relationships that bring out your worst self. Limit time with those who peddle gossip, cynicism, and petty concerns. Be discerning without being elitist. Welcome diverse perspectives and backgrounds, but hold everyone in your circle to high standards of integrity. Do not compromise ethics simply to avoid loneliness. Surrounding yourself with role models provides tangible inspiration to live nobly. Their compassion stirs your compassion. Their work ethic kindles your discipline. Watching them endure trials with poise helps you endure trials. They provide living proof that virtue leads to meaningful fulfillment. We become the company we keep. If you wish to live wisely, make it easy on yourself. Immerse in empowering environments. Find mentors. Forge bonds with those headed where you want to go. The right companions make the journey joyful. Enrich your life with friendships that magnify your humanity. Number 9. Speak carefully and deliberately. Before speaking, pause to reflect. Is this true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Will it improve upon silence? If not, it is often wiser to refrain from speaking. As Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Avoid lies, exaggerations, and aimless small talk. Do not offer facile compliments or thoughtless critiques. Any words that deceive, manipulate, or needlessly hurt others should be thoroughly rejected. Instead, speak simply, honestly, and tactfully. Likewise, beware conversations that attempt to distract you from purposeful living. Gossip about the trivial affairs of others breeds pettiness and ego. Refuse to engage. Measure your words carefully and deliberately. Speech used properly edifies, inspires, and enlightens. It resolves conflicts and affirms truth. With skillful language, we teach, serve, and connect with others. But used carelessly, words sow confusion and division. Mind your tongue, and others will mind what you say. Number 10. Simplify your life. Examine your daily routines. Eliminate time wasters and distractions. Declutter your physical space and calendar. Focus on what is essential, meaningful, and within your control. Say no to obligations outside your core priorities. Beware accumulating luxuries that burden you more than fulfill you. Do you really need the fancy car and huge house? The expense and upkeep of possessions often creates more stress than enjoyment. Simplify your needs and emphasize quality over quantity. Free yourself from the tyranny of manufactured desires. You do not require possessions to live a rich, purposeful life. Redirect time and energy spent chasing the next indulgence into things of lasting value. Health, wisdom, community, nature. With less noise and clutter, you gain clarity on what matters most. Your priorities come into sharp focus. Each day presents simpler decisions. Where should I direct my limited time and energy today? What aligns with my values? A streamlined life removes obstruction, allowing you to live with intention. Number 11. Judge yourself by your own standards, not others. Compete only with your former self. Are you living up to your capabilities? Are you exemplifying virtues you admire, like wisdom, courage, and temperance? Are you making progress towards self-mastery? Checking your reflection through the lens of personal growth and principles provides meaningful direction. Comparing yourself to others proves nothing. We each have unique strengths, weaknesses, and circumstances. Focus your energy on living up to your own ideals rather than envying others. Make incremental progress a daily goal. How can I improve upon yesterday? How can I avoid previous mistakes? Reflect on failures non-judgmentally as teachers. Celebrate not just successes, but efforts made in the right direction. Judge yourself independent of all external opinions and milestones. Peer comparison creates needless frustration. But measuring yourself against your own highest standards supplies endless motivation to pursue excellence. You honor your distinct talents and values. Strive not to be the best, but to be your best. That is the only competition worth engaging in. Number 12. Act with wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Aim to develop excellence through the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Wisdom, discern the truth in each situation. Justice, treat others with fairness and compassion. Courage, persist in the face of fear and adversity. Moderation, exercise self-control and humility. These virtues reinforce one another. Wisdom informs just decisions. Courage enables us to act moderately instead of impulsively. Moderation gives space for wisdom to flourish. Together, they create a firm foundation. Strengthening character requires constant practice. Each day presents opportunities to exemplify virtue or shrink from it. Meet every challenge as a chance to fortify your principles. How can I respond wisely, justly, courageously, and moderately to this difficulty? When you falter, reflect, and adjust, progress comes incrementally. A person's worth is measured not by words or fame, but by their deeds. What is right is not always popular. Have conviction to live according to your values, not the whims of society. Your character, not applause, will sustain you. Act with integrity, and you've succeeded. Number 13, be grateful for all that you have. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. When challenges arise, it's easy to fixate on what we lack. However, we all have blessings to be grateful for, no matter our circumstances. Pausing to appreciate them cultivates contentment. Reflect regularly on the privileges you enjoy. Basic needs met, loving relationships, health of mind and body. Recognize that none of this is guaranteed. Millions suffer deprivations you are spared. Do not take your advantages for granted. Express thanks for the kindnesses shown to you each day by others. A colleague lending a hand, a stranger holding a door, a friend offering encouragement. Though small, these gestures lighten life's load. Appreciate also the majesty of the natural world around you. Pause to marvel at the stars wheeling overhead, displaying nature's sublime beauty and vastness. Feel the sun on your face. Savor the refreshment of rain after drought. Drink in the sublime privileges of existence itself. Make gratitude a daily ritual. Keep a journal listing things great and small that you appreciate. Thank helpers and mentors who have guided your journey. Seeing abundance fosters sharing abundance. A grateful heart cannot remain closed. Remember that all things can be taken away in an instant. Do not wait for loss to appreciate what you have. Each moment is a gift. Receive it with joy and gratitude. Number 14. Forgive those who wrong you. Forgiveness does not mean excusing wrongful actions, but it means releasing the anger in a healthy way while still protecting yourself. When we refuse to let go of resentment, we suffer more than the offender. Their actions are in the past. Our hatred persists and eats away at our serenity. Seeking revenge often backfires. Plotting retaliation keeps old wounds fresh. Anger breeds more anger in a vicious cycle. Instead, consider, why resent those we cannot control? We only further damage ourselves. The sage understands that people harm others from ignorance of their own pain. While avoiding further injury, we can offer compassion from afar. Forgiveness is not easy. Start by acknowledging the depths of your hurt. Then make the courageous choice not to perpetuate it. Resolve to improve whatever conditions enabled the offense. Set boundaries to prevent future harm. But release the poison of grudges for your sake. You cannot change others' past actions, but you can refuse to chain your happiness to those actions. Free yourself through forgiveness. Let go and open your heart to peace. The present and future are still in your hands. Number 15. Reflect each evening on your actions. Did you act according to your principles? Where did you do well, and where did you falter? Recall instances where you succumbed to anger, laziness, or vice. Resolve to correct your faults tomorrow. Also, remember to note your victories. When did you excel in patience, diligence, or compassion? What inspired you? How can you repeat such virtuous actions? Reflecting on our successes is just as crucial as assessing shortcomings. It reinforces wisdom and self-knowledge. Finish each reflection session by setting concrete intentions for the next day. How specifically will you improve? Resolve to greet irritations with grace, idle moments with learning, solitude with contemplation. Imagine the person you wish to become and take steps each day to fulfill that vision. Regular self-examination keeps us progressing ever upward instead of slipping backward through negligence. It forges our days into stepping stones, leading away from error and toward greatness of soul. Perfection is never fully attained, but self-awareness brings us closer. Lay your head down each night, satisfied with the effort made that day to live nobly. Whatever tomorrow brings, you are ready to meet it with virtue. Well, we've reached the end of our roller coaster ride through the core principles of Stoic philosophy. I hope you found this tour of Stoic teachings to be inspiring and empowering. If so, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content that can help you live wisely and well. Also, if you know someone who is going through difficult times, please share this video with them. Stoicism's message of resilience through self-control, perspective, and virtue can aid anyone seeking inner peace during life's ups and downs. We all struggle sometimes. Spread these timeless insights to uplift those around you. In closing, I'll leave you with some final words from Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The world is chaotic, but you choose how much to let outer turmoil sway your inner calm. With wisdom and discipline, you can ride gracefully. Thank you for watching. May you live with virtue and bring light to the lives of others. The obstacles ahead are nothing a Stoic mind cannot surmount. Onward. Thank you again all for watching, and may you all find peace and serenity in the Stoic ways.